So Who Not How? It's a wonderful book by Dan Sullivan and Ben Hardy, the incomparable team of brilliance, but it also applies in the spiritual realm of thought, in metaphysics, in studying the law of God. Who is God, not how? A lot of times when we're facing a problem, when we're facing a challenge, when we're facing a disruption in a relationship or in our bank account or in our job or career or whatever it is, we want to figure it out. We want to, how do I solve this? How do I do this? Pause. It's like pause, step back into the eternal now, like get some perspective, some divine perspective on it, and ask who, not how. Who? God is the who. When we put God first, what does the Bible say? It says, for he performeth the thing that is appointed for thee. For he performeth the thing that is appointed for me. And many such things are with him. It's like, stand still and consider the wondrous works of God. It's not, how do I get this done? Or who do I go? It's like, which personality do I find to try? It's like, if I start with God, who? And here's the other thing that I came up, well, I didn't come up with this morning, that came through this morning. When I was sitting down, I was writing, like, I was thinking about something. I was like, how do I, and I started writing H-O, and then instead of writing the W, I put the W in front. Who, not how. I moved the W from the end of how and I put it at the beginning and made who. It's like, who? God. If I put God first, all these things shall be. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. It's like, it's a very practical approach. So I just offer that to you. Who, not how. God, not personal sense, not personality doing stuff, because putting God first leads us to the how, but it leads us to a how that is aligned with God's government. It's not aligned with a personal sense of architecture and navigating and manipulating and doing all that stuff. It's like, no, I don't want to be in human will. I want to be in divine will. Let God's will be done. And I am in the reflection of the beingness of God. I am the reflection, the image and likeness of God. So I am reflecting God's power. I am reflecting God's goodness. I am reflecting God's all-knowingness. And there's grace in that. There's patience and love and forgiveness and a sense of space. So there isn't all this pressure. The only pressure we get to face is to come out from the material world. And that's a quote from Mrs. Eddy, that Christians are under the constant pressure of the apostolic command to come out from the material world and be separate. That's what Jesus taught us. So we can apply that to this and say, we're not talking about how do I get this done? We're saying, who is in control? Who do I reflect? Look up, who is in control? Look in, who do I reflect? Look out. Oh, then God, you guide me. What's my next step? Let the words of my, let the spirit of my heart, what is it? The spirit of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, in my strength and my Redeemer. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. Like, let God put the words in your mouth, and let God put that desire in your heart. He already has. So we got to tune into that and be guided by that and recognize that who is God. Okay. Lots of love. See you next time. If you haven't signed up for the free trial of Morning Metaphys, this all was the really long version of this is in Morning Metaphys this morning. So if you haven't signed up for the free trial, sign up, because I'm actually just processing the video. And if you sign up right now, you'll get the recording from today. So you'll get to hear it. But go to getfreesupport.com and just sign up for the free trial if you haven't tried it already. Just see if it aligns with you, because it's an amazing community of spiritual warriors and all putting God first, putting God at the center of our life. So if that's you, it sounds like something that you'd be interested in, getfreesupport.com will get you that free guest pass for a week.